We have yet another entry into the bedbuckkken Hall of Shame, and today we will be inducting Emmanuel Acho. Now, this is the person right here. This tether right here has had nothing but contempt for Black Americans in particular ever since I can say that he burst onto the scene. Now, I don't know exactly when he came onto the scene, but it's like ever since he started talking, he would not stop. He would not shut up when it came to us. Now, I saw TD Hip Hop Media and Blacklight Revelations on their channel talking with TD and Rob, or just talking with TD and Rob, I'm sorry, speak about this in one of their recent live streams. And I said, I need to get a hold of this clip so I can do my bedbuckkken video on him, because it's high time he has an entry into it. Now, I know I didn't talk about the Deion Sanders situation, but what this guy, Emmanuel Acho, says right here, let's just put it this way. It's a good thing he's not a spokesperson for Deion Sanders, because if he was, he would not be helping his claim whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and, do my breakdown, rundown. I stop and go with the rundowns, or the breakdown videos, as I should say, just giving y'all a heads up.
Calling Deion Sanders a sellout, let's make one thing crystal clear. There will always be jobs for Black people in Black spaces. The long-term objective should be to navigate, infiltrate, and integrate spaces that you do not commonly see.
He messed up right there. He said the common goal is to integrate and to infiltrate spaces, basically where there is not so many Black people that are there. My thing is this: if you're going to infiltrate anything, why would you get on here and announce that that's what you would probably do? That's probably what he's already been doing, quite honestly. But that's what he's telling us what we have to do. Keep in mind, we are trying to build something that's a unit as a collective for us. And he's telling us to just drop what we're doing and go integrate. Isn't that exactly how we as Black people entered into the spaces that we are right now as a collective and have been in for 30, 40, 50 plus years? And what has that gotten us? Exactly. But then again, this guy is, I want to say, Nigerian. He might be first generation born for all I know.
Black faces. That is what Deion Sanders is doing. Back-to-back SWAC titles, a 12-0 season at Jackson State. He earned himself the opportunity to now integrate a space, a PWI, that is not as familiar with a coach that may look like, sound like, or bring his swagger to that campus.
He said that he is now able, excuse me, I'm clearing my throat a little bit. Still not completely 100% from the woo-woo, but I'm getting there, so bear with me. He said that he is now able to integrate into a space that doesn't have many people there that look like him. Really keep in mind of the words that this man is using. Keep in mind the terminology. He says integrate and infiltrate so many times already, and we're not even into the first minute. I just wanted y'all to notice that he kept saying infiltrate and integrate. He said it like 4 times in less than a minute, and probably in like 30 seconds.
Now that Deion Sanders can collect some real estate in a space that's not typically occupied by a Black face, then he can continue to elevate people that look like him. Let's not be so simple-minded. Let's not be so short-sighted. Let's not be so small in our train of thought that we do not think an opportunity for a Black man going to a PWI is not a good opportunity for Black people at large. Let's think about what Deion Sanders did for an HBCU. Coming from somebody who's on the television side of things, do you all realize that College Game Day, maybe the biggest college football show, was on an HBCU campus for the first time in ever? Because of what Deion Sanders helped do. He did not do it exclusively. There are a whole bunch of people that played a part, but because of what Deion Sanders helped do. Let's applaud Deion Sanders for what he's done at Jackson State and what he's about to go do at Colorado. And shout out to the next person that takes over at Jackson State. Keep doing what Deion Sanders already did. But what I'm not going to do is tear down a black man who already helped succeed and put a program to a higher level of notoriety from a national perspective. I'm not going to try to take his legs out from under him. Congratulations to you, Deion. Go occupy real estate in a space that we typically don't see a person looking like you occupy.
He could have saved all of that and put it into a sonnet, for all I give a damn. And the thing is, what he's saying is something that many of us haven't already heard or don't already know. That's what gets me about people like him who want to become preachy to black people, especially when they haven't lived our experience, is they feel that they can talk to us in a tone of elitist and that I'm better than you, but mask it and disguise it as, oh, I'm just showing you the way to go. Because that's the same tone that the Coonstress talks in when she talks to us or talks at us. That's the same tone that Barack Obama spoke to when it comes to us. Rolly Wet Yam Martin definitely does this quite often. When you have people like this who come in and talk like they know it all and that they know what's best for us, and then they go into the cycle or into the narrative of being nasty and degrading and berating while trying to say with a smile on their face to throw off the scent, that's what this guy did. And that's what this guy always does. And it's crazy. This guy is a full-blown Nigerian, as far as I know. He has really no historical connection to the culture as to which he's talking at us at, but he feels that he can talk to us any type of way. These are the type of people that PC puts out in front of us to try to direct us. We don't need no direction from him. If we need direction, we will find a way to direct ourselves with no assistance from him. But it's just crazy because he feels like he feels like he's the Negro whisperer. Again, this guy always has some slick stuff to say when it comes to black Americans. He never misses a beat. He's more like the toned down version of Stephen A. Smith, if that's the best way to describe him. He's like that. He's like the toned down version of him. I think that's the best way of putting it. And he sits up there on his little soapbox and talks to us the way that he does. The people are grilling him in the comments, by the way. And the audio, which you just heard, was posted on December 5th. It's now December 12th. And they're still going in on him for what he said in this video. Wild stuff. But when he gets his wake-up call, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. But keep in mind, this man kept saying infiltrate and integrate. So we already know what kind of mindset he has. We know why he and his family came over here. And we know who they ran to go and be close to and all buddy with. But like we say, tools can be broken. And he's one little chip away from being, at the very least, fractured.